and welcome back to Trains and World 2, Trains and World 3 of Dykeman, where we're going to do the Backerloo. Where we're going to do, like I just did with the Island Line, this is pretty much straight afterwards. So, that's nice. You will be going at that. The route lengthwise is 14 miles or 23 kilometres, which uses the 1972 tube stock. So we've got obviously the introduction and 2 tutorials. The 72 is what comes with the route. The 1938 tube stock is an extra DLC. I've just gone back and back. And I don't need to. I can't bother to search. Who's next? The underground I'm going to. Who's next? Backerloo. Why do they not just call it Backerloo? I do not know. So there's 2 other DLCs for the fruit, and we'll cover that as well. Starting off with just the default ones for the scenarios wise, which is those ones. All these ones here. Which are all of the 72 stock. And then we've now got the 38 stock DL ones for the DLC wise. And then there's the 3rd DLC, which is the silver one, which came as the Lyco one as the expansion pack. And yes, there's 3 timetables. So that was what it was released as on TSW2. That came with the 38 timetable, and this, since the launch of TSW3, it's been like this with both of them on. And this includes the silver one too, which hides underneath the base of the game. I can only say from as far as possibly Baker Street I've been on this route in real life. But I know, from more or less it is modelled, it is accurate. Fair enough, the bit between here and there, Queen's Park and Harrow, is a bit where other Barren Wasteland originally, unless you have other packs in which give you AI only services for the West Coast Main Line. So that's mostly Class 66 for freight, no passenger trains apart from Northern Trans-Pennine coaches, which are just dump on the track pretty much. And there's no London Overground yet. Obviously no other lines either, because on some stations you can see a splash at Baker Street, which is down there, which I might as well just pop to. And then we can do it like that because it's easier. There's the Backerloo platforms here do get the Jubilee either side too. In theory. Or was it? No, it's the other platform that gets it. We are on this northbound platform. Let's go to southbound. I do believe it's one of the gangways through here. Not modelled properly, I don't think, but these 2 lines are like that. Like they go off to Stanmore, which are on the Jubilee. Not really what was that. Was it in the way that there's invisible walls here apparently? Yeah, you would be seeing a lot more people. I've no idea what's going on with the walkable area at the moment. It is glitching all over the place. Where is it? Collectible. Got there eventually. I've no idea what has gone wrong with the walkable areas. Because I'm pushing straight and it's literally not working well. So that's might be a small issue. Ugh. Let me through. Thank you. Unless they've patched it, I used to be able to get the posters for the Pringles as well on it. People don't moan if you see them. There's another collectible. This is not an excuse for me to go and collect collectibles, by the way. Sega. Because yeah, there's the Jubilee. I think it might be up to Turkey, so it has the Victoria lines on it, but we're not talking about that. The train modelled wise is actually spot on, to be honest. Fair enough, there's a little bit of on the 72 stock, that includes 38, that is down to the game side of it. With a small bit here and that. We'll only be using that one because I will hit the 38 timetable on its own in a minute. I just use the standard Jew stock and Harold Lee's on outside. So we can fly the camera around. Let's hope the camera is not once again looking like how it was on the absolute pain of a camera. Let's just simply set this train up. I always put it into Elephant and Castle service. Brakes on, that on, gauge light on, they don't need to go off, headlights should be on automatically, which they are, good, but we're set up. Obviously this is the electric if you want window open. Do that. Well, I'm now set up to them, come on. So yeah, they are modelled realistic. And yes, they are like this. There's only one unit, one train that doesn't have this bit in the middle. I believe it's not modelled, or they've probably modelled it but incorrectly, because this doesn't exist anymore. It pretty much got destroyed. It's just a normal it's literally a carriage now. It's the only one that doesn't have it in the whole set, in all 372 stock. Do wonder if we'll get anything flying by or not. There is a green light on that line, so we might get something flying up. It doesn't show up on the map. Come on. Well, I'm here. I think that might be a little bit off from what it does sound like in life. But that is like how they do sound in real life. That light does in fact work if you turn that on, but you need that for it to work. Come on. Go green. Go green. The sounds though are the only thing that lets down. Because this is the sound which they've used on a fair number of old school train sounds now. Like the M3, for an example, on Long Island and Harlem. Use the same sounds as that. This as it was, but they Long Island's M3 came out first, so it's technically this using that sound. But other than that, everything is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. This is hard to keep the timetable, that's the only problem on this route. In truth, they don't actually speed up. They don't do that in real life. I'm going to do that. I do that. Then these are modelled actually pretty accurate in here. Since they've got the branding from London Underground, they've actually got all the branding there. The proper branding wise, I think the lights might be a bit too bright, but that might be down to the game itself. Slam up shut. So if I do that, don't ask why the exit platforms too busy, but hey ho. Trying to see if there's anything around. Doesn't look like it. Obviously the doors do sound like that. You can hear that every so often when the brakes release. I don't know why that minus 15 just got up. No, 15 for safe speeding, because I don't remember speeding. But that's a game over. That tick does actually happen, by the way. Even none of this works, unfortunately. There's no on board announcements due to copyright. This is the only thing that's annoying. But the most annoying thing is, that's how they are in real life. I've heard it on a video. So yeah. And truth, some drivers do, not all of them, they do keep it, whatever they didn't be bothered to change it, so they're probably less likely to do it if they're late. Silver one doesn't randomly show up, by the way. Because this is, once again, like Island Line, Inglow's network. However, if you've got any liveries for the 66s, they will show up. And also, you can pretty much leave it to last minute to bike. Because in truth, that's what they do in real life. Don't leave it too late though. And 4 steps is what you've got for braking, by the way. And don't use step 1 really, because step 1 is actually to hold. It's not really the proper brake. Pretty much is there to hold you. And that does in fact come up when you pass it. If I do that, get it so you can see it, because there's nothing's going to turn up now at least. Comes up too early, but it does work. Like I said, it comes up way too early. Because technically that would be slamming my brake on when I do it. Yeah, because that's a trip cock. And I'm not swearing. That's what they're known. That's what they're called. It is pretty much what TPWS is, but the underground version of it. They will slam, put the brake on as soon as it hit the third rail. I think, third rail. I think it should. I think that would be classed as the third rail, because that's the 4th rail in the middle. I think it's not one, but yeah. I've got a very good suspicion I'm not going to be lucky on that line. Straight for the ball. There's an invisible wall there, by the way. Straight for a pull, yeah. So yeah. Stop at South Kent and quickly pop down to one stop, a couple of stops. Because in truth, you do see Wembley on the route now. On this one and PC, you will. Last gen consoles, you won't. Or they might have added it in now, I'm not sure. Almost a perfect stop. Almost, because you're supposed to stop with that more or less in the window. Not for the passenger view. So yeah. Let's just do that. Just do the sounds in the cab. So you can hear that. So that's what this sounds like. Contact signal in the cab, hitting the other. It's almost like a golf. Thought, got my seconds. Obviously, you can't reverse this unless you press that. You can do a brake search on this. There goes brake with the IP66 on it. These are random, by the way. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna pop down to. I can't remember what stop it is now. Name was. I know what stop it is, but I can't remember the name. www. Wilson, Robinson, Johnson, something. It's on the overground. Where another line comes down. The line comes from the North London line, joins on. If I remember right, comes down to it. Not that one. On foot. Queens, Castle, Wilson. Use Wilson because it's easier. And when you go over track joints, not track joints, the gaps in the third and fourth rail, the train does in fact cut power, and the passenger lights do switch off. Hello, Bill. How are we doing today? Let's run down here. Off goes that foot. 72 stock. I must call it 38 then. Click. Down we go. Trespass time. This is when I say that it's all over the place which routes give you what. Because there's the Northern Trans-Pennine stuff. I have no idea why it sounds muffled like that. On the overground bit so we're safe. I hear a 37 or a 47. Can't go. It's parked. Over there. There's the 47's parked up. Continue down here. Can't remember if you can get into the yard block by foot. I will try. Is there an invisible wall? No. I'm gonna wait for that to go by. Come on. This is gonna. Don't do this, wife. There's more. Look, this is an overground depot because there's the West Somerset 09 or 08. Which one it is now? And also the most obvious HST from Great Western. So yeah, you can see there are packs in this involved for AI and static. I will do a quick brief on the silver one because that is the expansion for new journeys, which you can buy separate all together, which is for Sandpatch and Cone Arken. Which, like I said, does give you more or less that stuff. It will only shop in that. It will shop on this one as well. Don't I suppose too. Oh yeah, because it gives you a couple extra services. But on here, it does give you a couple extra services, by the way. Those are the extra ones, but it does just knock onto these ones as well. We'll just do an Elephant Castle. Queen's Park to Elephant Castle one. Of course, it's still promoting the add-on manager, despite I think everyone knows about it by now. I don't know why I'm setting the train up, but I can't actually. You can't really see it plastered in here. Thought. Wait, I've got hiccups, but no one's business. The only reason why I'm not doing the underground sections properly, it's because you don't see anything, you can't do that. So yeah, over on the castle. So you can already see that what is massively different is the colour wise. It's an invisible wall in my way. So yeah, apart from the doors are red. So you can already see what is massively different. Dovetail only did this as a special as well. It's a what if. That's a bit more better because it's in the daylight. But we'll wait until we get into the platform. I do believe we're clear where the next one's the next train did clear off. Because I believe that is waiting for us to get out of it. To get in and into this bit. No route available, come on. I'll look into the daylight so you can actually see. Obviously there's nothing different with sounds unless it's still the standard 72 stock sounds. 38 trains, the special trains are sharp on this line by the way, which do a sharp not on the map. There's already a train coming down. Thank you. Do that, they can actually see the livery. Because it's supposed to be like a metallic silver one. It's now London Underground zone, so speed limits will go up at the front of the train. I'm going to do that because I don't really fancy spatting. And stop. So yeah, it is quite busy now. I do wonder if they will paint them back into this when the 72 stock does finally get retired, to be honest. Because it will be a sad one to see these go when they do get retired. Right, let's go and do a small bit of the underground. Deliberately not going up the full power, but goodbye to being able to fly. Past one depots and underground we go, which is obviously a very, 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 very steep hill. See, like I said, speeds go straight out the front of the train, so that's realistic. If I could, yeah. Anything from this point and onwards, it doesn't. It will go up at the rear. And that's down to, that's not actually owned by London Underground, that's owned by Network Rail. So, well, British Rail, in that sense of it. So the rules of British Rail apply there. The total speed on the underground sections is 35. They have to max flight level. There are videos of them slightly accelerating when they come into the platform because they've absolutely missed the time. Don't know why the emergency stop is whammed into stop for, but hey ho. From default. Speed control, never used it. There's a trip cock if you ever do hit it. And that's the reverse one down there as well. I'm late already somehow. So yeah, obviously, like I said about on the Iron Line going down my pit, it is far too quiet. It is far too quiet on the underground because it wouldn't be like that. You would hear you would hear quite a lot the noise of the rattling going through the tunnel wise, and all the curves, because there would be a lot of curve of wheel flange. So yeah, and signals can be very close together, by the way. So one good tip is keep an eye out, otherwise you might be spatting, because I have before. So after that, let's hit the 38, and I might even go and use its timetable instead for something a bit different. I thought I'd get the basic routes out of the way and done with, because I'm going to call, even though Harlem and Long Island is probably basic as well, to be honest. But for me, it's easy. I'm going to call these basic. So, obviously I said the 38 can go on that one, but I think we'll use the 38 timetable, which means every service will be a 38. And there are two versions of the 38, they're both the same number of services. One's a full red, which is the early one, and the later version. Which I'll do both. We'll start with the... I think I will say London Depot. I have no idea why that, for some strange reason, says it would take that long compared to that one there. We won't hit them, but we do a Harrow service that starts at Harrow. For that, because in truth on this you don't have much light time to set up on, and there isn't many services either. As you can tell, the signal's already changed. We'll sit right, but no. Instrument lights, headlight. Speedo is up there. And yes, you can do this. Blank, elephant, and gusset. That does in fact move. That's all they've got, by the way. These are nicely modelled, by the way. But the same with the 483, they're flipping quiet. Oh well, but they are modelled properly as well, as far as I know. And the interior, it's pretty much bang on, minus the heritage version, the heritageness there. But this was designed for the heritage service wise, not this really. At least on this one, the compressor works. Yes, that's brake. So that is the wheat fill. So it's off. That should really be on when it's like that. So off we go. I'd be surprised if they didn't do this back in the days when these were in service. Because these would have football work did get installed onto these, I believe, before they before they got retired originally. Come on. So this is when I say about the difference between wheat flag on, because that's supposed to be what it would be, and this is the only time they would use that, being like that, by the way. I wonder what this is. This route doesn't have AI on it. I've got a very good suspicion that they didn't actually got the 45 when they were in service like this. I think the whistle is somewhere down there, but I'm not sure, because I never found it. You can do the doors, by the way, from in there, which I haven't done for ages, but you can. And once again, there should be a button here for the ding ding, but cab light. Don't care about cab light because it's there. And on this, yeah, you might want to brake a bit earlier because you're using air brake. And a little warning, you may fly off the track. But no, they're trying to catch those issues at the moment. Issues at Dovetail. This is a very game DLC, by the way. I haven't driven this for ages, and I'm somehow good at braking that. Holds on here again, but not really used. Like I said, I was going to do the doors here, but you do have the lights on here again. I'm on the wrong side. But when it says to close, there's the gas buzzer, there's the doors, and close. But if you want to do that, you can have to fly through all the cameras just to get back there again. But once again, the sounds are pretty horrendous in truth. And they do release this at full price, by the way. This is on sale. The Island Line was the first game's route add-on. So in some sense, I'm going to let them have that. Have a couple issues. But then some things are bad. They are. But Dovetail have the same problems. Because in fairness, when they modelled the Island Line, we were in lockdown. Pretty much. So you can't really have that. Door doesn't, by the way. Unlike the 72's look. So yeah. Fair enough, the route is probably a bit too modern for these, but for it wise, but yeah. Obviously, if you do ever see any AI, I will be running these on it. I think it's the other one that the AI will pick over one. They will only pick one of them, I can't remember which one though. Unless they've now sorted that out to pick which one you've picked. Almost. That's only used in the tunnels, by the way. So, which I think we're going to do with the other one now. Which is the other version of the 7238. Yes, I know ICE. You want me to show you off, don't you? But I'm not doing you today. Back to the Backerloo. Back to the play timetable. To that one. Let's do Crings Park. Nip out wise. And do it from that end, that half. Once again, they're throwing the add-on manager at that. No interesting still. Yeah, they picked that one. They picked the red top one by default, not this one, which is the modern version. I can't be ever bothered to press that. Always forget to do that. Window, you can't open the door unless you put the seat up. Like I said, that's the handbrake. If it only goes 30, then you have to do the vice bit there. Proves that this route, they really could do, really hitting this route. Nothing's that different, it's only this bit that's different. That has the mic there. You gone yet? cleared. I'm in a... I'm going to keep that down and put it down. Cut power. Once again, these sound absolutely hideous. Yeah, I'm going to... no. Because you do have a load of those. It will always say special. I don't know why this is lagged out crazy for. I will admit there's no bugs on this room. I'm setting pros and cons here. The pro is that you get two stuff. Pros you get that, these as well. The silver one as well is a pro. The con is these absolutely horrifically bad. Fault that down, but the overall how they would have been does in fact go quite well. Jeez, that's stop it. That's different. This is the modern, that's not. Insides can be the same, so. And off we go. Now we're already, you can start to feel that soon. Cut power now because we're going downhill soon. And down those road. I'm going to admit I don't think the timetable might have been like this back in this sort of time period. Or it might have been, I'm not sure. The white bit is, like I said, it's up there. Doesn't make a cool noise. Going downhill is probably a bad way of saying it for these, but once again they're far too quiet. It's annoying you can't actually see the airblade from here, or really see the mark. The speed is up there. You're going to need to brake hard. Not Westinghouse, please. Not Westinghouse. I'm going to fly straight for this platform. The Westinghouse. Let me just flung it into emergency. But if you used Westinghouse, charge would be apply, hold is hold as it was, says it is. At least the compressor sounds nice on this. A bit more better than the U403 version. Yeah, you should not put it into full power straight off like that, but I do. You can now pretty much see that. I'm going to spam. Not anymore. But proves that weak filled, you're limited. Without having weak filled, you're only limited to 30. Pretty much. So that was a thing which they did put on, but you're not really going 35 much on the underground anyway. So like these are actually a challenge. More of a challenge than the E72 is. Stop. It's a bit of a better stop. But yeah. I'm going to ride it. Would I recommend? Because, like I said, it's not. I don't really notice bugs on this. I haven't seen any. I've had myself been through, not literally took off, been braking, and also the train decides to take off into space. I've had that, but I know Dovetail are aware on that one. Are aware that can happen. So use that. Go down in it. Go down to early feed. Castle, because there's always a train departing there every 5 minutes. Once again, the Apple Manager is live! Only on the PS5. Not PS4 yet. Which also desperately needs it. Can I Texas load up, please? Thank you. When are you off? 2 minutes. Come on, doors, open up. Come on, drive, spawn in. Yeah, I'm not driving it, come on. There you go, there's a trap joint in the tunnel, which is like that, and the lights do that in real life, by the way. Do turn off and everything. Oh, there's a drive right now. Here we go. Can't sit down. Well, the seating down don't work. The seats don't work. Oh well, that's that. I'll just do the fake sitting down. Crouch. There we go. Don't ask why that doesn't work. This was a bug. So would I recommend the Backerloo if you didn't have it on TSW2? Don't know. Half it's underground, half it's not. I'm gonna admit this depends on you more than anything else in your preferences. If you're passenger, yes, freight, no. If you're everything, I'm gonna have to admit yes. And it's only because it's a good route. A challenging route. If you want a challenge, I definitely recommend this route. Even more so with the timetable now. Because it is a challenge keeping more or less the time, to be honest. It really is. And even more so if you want the 38, it's even more of a challenge. Because you're not using dynamic brakes, you're just using air brake on that one. Even though it makes it look like you are on the time you do use the brake, it makes you think you're using dynamic, but it's not, it's literally just air brake. Because they weren't fitted with it then. I don't know why it sounds like it's slowing down though. Over it, anyway, you won't see much in the underground. But yeah. For this I can actually finally say if I would or not recommend it, unlike Ironland, because I'm not being biased. Then would I, if you got this, I will have to admit I would say yes to the expansion for the new journey is packed for the Backerloo, which is a 70 stock, 2 stock in the silver livery. Only because you might as well just pick it up, even more if it's on to sale price. I will say, always best fit route. Oh well. Okay. I have no idea what happened there. I'm standing up. Windows do open, by the way, and you can open those up. No idea what just happened, by the way. Stuff that I was watching, please tell me. But yeah, it's a challenge also. you've got to come in bang on for speed wise. You're shooting through the platform, and yes, they might have red lights at the platform. This is absolutely a pain to come down, because that's a pain. It's very steep. At the same time, coming down here is 5 miles an hour. You're 5 miles an hour until about here, where it goes up to 10. It is a struggle. So yeah, one of those ones you should never do in real life. So yeah. Okay, that's something that's just different. I've never seen that bug before. So I will leave it. Yeah. Just remember that, like, comment, and subscribe for more Transcendental Transport 3. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.